What is up, Lead Local family? My name is Landon Hairgrove. I'm the youth pastor at Res Church in Loveland, Colorado. We're actually going to be hosting a Lead Local event on September 25th. So if you're in the area, we'd love to invite you. But I wanted to just share a quick devotional thought today out of Matthew chapter 26. It's a simple principle. It's something that I taught to my students a few weeks ago, and I'd love to encourage you with as well. But right before Matthew 26:57, which is where we will be, just a little bit before that, Jesus is with his disciples at the Last Supper, and he's telling them the events that are about to unfold. He's letting them know what's going to be happening, and they have communion in this moment. But this is the moment where Jesus, his disciples, and Peter specifically kind of go into like this ride or die moment, this kind of speech of like, hey, we're with you to the end. And Peter specifically is like, even if I have to die with you, I will never leave you. I'm with you. And Jesus hits him with this like prophetic moment where he tells him, hey, you're actually going to deny me 3 times that you even knew me before the rooster crows. And Peter's like, no. If I have to die with you, I am with you. And it says that all the other disciples said the same. And then quickly after this, they go to the garden, and you know the story. In the garden, Jesus calls his disciples to this place of prayer. He's like, hey, watch and pray lest you fall into temptation. And so he calls them to this place of prayer. And 3 different times, Jesus finds them asleep during this moment of agony and pain and processing. And he finds his disciples sleeping. And then all of a sudden, the authorities show up to arrest Jesus. And when these people come to arrest him, that is where we will pick up our story. And it's right here in verse 57 of Matthew 26. It says, then the people who arrested Jesus led him to the home of Caiaphas, the high priest, where the teachers of religious law and the elders had gathered. Verse 58 says, meanwhile, Peter followed him at a distance. Followed him at a distance. And he came to the high priest's courtyard. He went in and sat with the guards and waited to see how it would all end. Now listen, this is before the prophecy that Jesus gave him at the Last Supper has come to pass. Peter has not yet denied Jesus, but it was this moment, I believe, that created the opportunity. It was this distance that was created that created the opportunity for denial. Let me prove it to you, or at least, can't really prove it, but let me at least tell you why I think that's the case. Had Peter have been the ride or die disciple that he promised he would be to Jesus, had he have gone with him, had he have gone before the council and said, hey, I'm actually going to stand right by your side, we're going to go through this thing together, I actually don't believe that Peter could have been in front of his Savior, looked him in the eyes, face to face, and said, hey, I don't know this man. I've never known him. I'm not with him. I don't believe he could have denied Jesus to his face, but distance created the opportunity for denial. So hear me, youth pastor. This is what I want you guys to hear. Do whatever it takes to ruthlessly eliminate distance from Jesus in both your life and in the lives of your students. Model a life that looks like a life that's lived in close proximity to God, in close proximity to Jesus, and help them to remove the sin that so easily entangles us. It's the sin, the things, the people, the barriers, whatever it is that's causing a distance to be there from them and their relationship with Jesus. Help them to learn how to eliminate, to identify and then eliminate those things in their lives, and live your life close to Jesus too. Love you guys. Hope that encourages you today. Would love to see you in September if you're in Northern Colorado.